So I'm excited to introduce our first team. Please welcome Columbine's Challenge Connect with Kenzie O'Neill, Allie Neuenschwander, and Emily Durbin.
Not a label, not a word, not a derogatory term you heard. I'm a who, same as you. Do you have a name? Me too. I'm a mind, a heart, a personality. I'm a him or a her, a he or a she, a person, not a disability. Did you judge me because I was facing the other direction, or did you actually listen to my message? Would you judge me if I was in a wheelchair? If I had a speech impediment? If I was too scared to say anything at all? The problem is that sometimes we judge others based on what we see without truly getting to know them. I saw this firsthand from a family member who has autism, of how difficult it was for him to have any friends because he's seen as different and introverted. So no one made the effort to get to know him. But when you truly got to know him, he's the most genuine and passionate person, and his smile and laugh are so contagious. Our school's very own challenge program faces similar battles. Most kids see them as the ones in the special classroom, away from the rest of the school. But we wanted others to see them as our true friends, for who they really are, that are no different from you and me. And it is important to spend time with people from all walks of life, because we all have challenges. And that's why we created our group, Challenge Connect.
We had the resources, the ideas, and the motivation, but no direction. So we turned to social media to make known our goal of inclusion. The goal was to post a challenge that you have overcome, or a challenge that someone else has had to overcome, and challenge other people to post. After only 5 posts, this felt like a failure. However, we discovered that there was no failure in our project because we made personal connections with the students. After many interviews, we discovered that parents have a really hard time finding meetup groups for their kids because they don't know if they'll be inclusive. Thus, Challenge Connect was born. We did meetup groups once a week for an hour after school, and we brought meetup groups to them. Nella's and AMF Bowling kindly donated to us and kindly hosted us, and we are super proud to say we made really deep connections with our peers and local companies. Please turn to our video.
We're alone walking in our individual challenges, but everyone has some sort of challenge that they have to overcome. So look up, connect, and see people for who they really are, because we're all unique. Our first step was to talk to Jonah Berger and get to know the challenges that kids with disabilities face.
The students with disabilities were in the special education classroom and they were over there. And they have disabilities, and therefore everyone in the general ed classes were normal. The common theme is that everyone deals with challenges.
This inspired us to reach out to Columbine's very own challenge program teachers to broaden our understanding on the issue.
It's after school, it's during the summer. It's really hard for these kids to have a fun social life.
Yeah.
You know, to find a group of people to hang out with who appreciates them for who they are.
I think the big thing too with inclusion is seeing them as equals too, and they're humans just like I am.
This sparked our idea to start inclusive meetup groups to promote unity among the student body, which led us to create our first event.
There are a couple of the children in there that have social issues, and this is really bringing them into where they get to interact with everybody. The kids just enjoy each other.
guys make a difference doing a group like this because these kids don't have a social life like typical kids in high school. I really appreciate what you girls did.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. In the beginning, we thought we needed a complex project with many components and aspects in order to impress the audience. Our project did take hard work and dedication, but it was pretty much just us three hanging out with some of the coolest kids at Columbine, and that was more than enough to make this project worth it. We were able to make connections with kids rarely included in regular day activities, and we got the privilege and opportunity to incorporate those kids into activities they wouldn't otherwise participate in. Seeing the smiles on the kids' faces made our project worth it. Hearing the kids say hi to us in the hallways on a regular day basis made this project worth it. And finally, talking to the parents about the inclusion of their kids made our project worth it. Challenge Connect was based off of connections and love. And the love created in our project created an unbreakable bond that will last for years to come. A family was made. I'm Allie. I'm the mentor liaison.
I'm Emily. I'm the videographer.
I'm Kenzie. I'm team leader.
We feel so honored to present our project with you guys here tonight, and we are Challenge Connect.
What was the most challenging part about this project for you as a team and the way you interacted?
I think one of the most hardest parts of this project for us as a team is us three are packed to the max. We have so much going on in our busy lives, but this project meant something to us, and so it was really hard for us to find the time to put aside to work on this project. But eventually it became easy because our passion for this project outweighed everything else in our lives, and so we decided to just put our full effort towards this project. And I mean, it took a while to overcome that battle, but in the end, this was more worth it than a lot of other things.
To add on to that, I think a lot of us had different ideas. Like, we all really grouped together on the fact that we wanted to do disabilities, but we really set our minds on wanting to do a wide impact instead of more of a deep impact. And so getting more of an idea of something we wanted to do was really difficult to overcome and all agree on something.
I'll go ahead. I've been asked to convey to the audience, please hold your applause until the final response for the Q&A period. Let me also say, ladies, thank you very much for a wonderful presentation. When your video was showing, it described a number of events. And what activity do you think was the most impactful, and why do you think that that was the most impactful of what you did?
For sure. I would say, well, first of all of our events were super impactful for everyone who showed up, but I would say the one for me was the basketball event because we had all of our friends show up as well. So we wanted to show that not only these kids who are in the special classroom who have disabilities can have fun, but all of our friends were there too. And I think that was the most impactful because we got to show that inclusion is one of the most important things, especially for all of us, not just these kids in the classroom. So.
I can add on. A couple of the kids were like, we love basketball. Like, they were just like really directing what we wanted to do. And so we did basketball for them. And like, as you saw, like Christian made that amazing shot, like half court. And so, yeah, they just like really enjoyed it. And it was something that they genuinely wanted to do. So.
And we're having a basketball event this Monday after school again, where you're going to continue this program and make it sustainable. So we loved it so much. So,
if any of you guys like basketball, come to our event.
Thank you.
How were you impacted by meeting these students for the long term? As you take this experience away, how will you think it will impact you long term?
I think really getting to know the kids and learning about their backgrounds and learning about the challenges that they have overcome, it kind of made me put my life into perspective and make me look at my own life and realize that I have challenges that need to be recognized as well as pretty much everybody in this room. And I feel like that is the one direction, and that is the one lesson that we want everybody in this room to come out with tonight, is that everybody challenges with something. And not only the challenge kids have their own disabilities, everybody in this room has a disability, and we are all connected through our disabilities.